In football, some national teams win because they're stronger, some win because they're smarter, and then there are teams that make you feel like the entire match is being played at their pace from the very first minute to the last. That's exactly what Argentina did against Jordan. Because anyone who only looks at the final score will say, Argentina won 3-1, a normal result, the favorites won, end of story. But the truth is, this match was about much more than just 3 points. It was another statement that Argentina came into this tournament with only one objective, the trophy. Before the match even kicked off, Argentina had already secured qualification. But there was still one important mission left, a perfect group stage, finishing with maximum points, without a single setback, without dropping a single point. As for Jordan, they walked into one of the toughest matches in their recent history, because this wasn't just another opponent. They were facing the world champions, a team with Messi, Lautaro, Lo Celso, a squad worth billions, and players with experience at the highest level. Even so, Jordan didn't step onto the pitch to surrender. They didn't come just to make up the numbers. They came to compete and to prove they deserved their place among the world's best. From the opening whistle, the match unfolded exactly as expected. Argentina dominated possession, calm, patient football, short passes, complete control of the tempo. And if we look at the stats after the game, the level of dominance becomes even clearer. Argentina enjoyed 70% possession. Jordan had just 30%. It felt as though the ball spent almost the entire match at the feet of the Albiceleste players. As for passing, Argentina completed 779 passes, an incredible number. Some national teams don't even reach that total across 2 matches. Jordan, by comparison, completed only 273 passes. Argentina also finished with an outstanding 93% pass accuracy, a remarkable figure. It showed just how comfortable they were and how confidently they controlled every phase of the game. Meanwhile, Jordan spent most of the match chasing the ball. It was obvious that Argentina dictated the rhythm from start to finish. As the opening minutes passed, the chances began to arrive. Jordan's defense was forced to work at full capacity, but the pressure never stopped. It was only a matter of time before the breakthrough came, and it did. In the 19th minute, Giovanni Lo Celso received the ball, found a pocket of space, pulled the trigger, and the ball hit the back of the net. 1-0 to Argentina. From that moment, the game settled into exactly the kind of contest Argentina loves: possession, composure, control. Jordan, on the other hand, had no choice but to push forward, to search for a response. But every time they stepped out, more space opened up, and that's exactly the kind of game Argentina thrives on. As time went on, the dominance continued, the passing continued, the attacks kept coming, until the 31st minute, the moment that brought Argentina even closer to victory, a penalty, a golden opportunity. And the man entrusted with it was Lautaro Martinez, a striker who always seems to deliver when it matters most. He stepped up, struck the ball with confidence, and buried it in the back of the net. 2-0 to Argentina. At that moment, many believed the match was already over, that the second half would simply be an Argentine exhibition, especially since every statistic favored La Albiceleste. Argentina had 13 shots. Jordan managed only 5. 5 shots on target, compared to just 1 for Jordan. 6 corners against only 2. Everything pointed to a match completely under Argentina's control. But football has never been a game of logic alone. As the second half began, Jordan decided to prove something important. They weren't there just to make up the numbers. And even if the gap in quality was significant, they still had the ability to fight back. If there was one Jordanian player who deserved special praise that night, it was Moussa Al Tamari, the team's biggest star, the player who refused to let the match end without leaving Jordan's mark on it. In the 57th minute, he seized his opportunity and found the back of the net. 2-1. Suddenly, the match came back to life. Suddenly, there was hope, there was tension, and a brand new question emerged. Could Jordan pull off a stunning upset? Or would Argentina put the game beyond doubt? The truth is, that goal was hugely significant, not only because it cut the deficit, but because it was the very first goal Argentina had conceded in the entire tournament. An important milestone. Argentina had kept a perfect defensive record before this match, but Jordan ended that streak, becoming the first team to score against the world champions in the competition. And that goal wasn't just another goal. It was a moment Jordanian fans will remember for a long time, because you don't score against the world champions every day. As the match approached the 60-minute mark, the crowd began waiting for one name: Lionel Messi, the legend, the captain, one of the greatest players the game has ever seen. Interestingly, Messi didn't start the match, a clear sign of the coaching staff's confidence. The manager believed his team could control the game even without its captain on the pitch. But the moment Messi came on, the match felt different, because his presence alone forces every defense to stay on maximum alert. It forces every opponent to rethink their plans. And even though Argentina was already leading, Messi's introduction only increased their determination to finish the job once and for all. In truth, this match was the perfect example of the difference between a great team and a team fighting to survive. When Argentina conceded, they didn't panic. They didn't lose their composure. They didn't rush forward recklessly. Quite the opposite. They went back to playing their own game. They regained possession. They regained control. That's what great teams do. Jordan, meanwhile, kept fighting. But the gap in quality was impossible to ignore. Then, in the 89th minute, came the moment everyone had been waiting for. A direct free kick. The perfect position. The perfect opportunity. And the perfect man standing over the ball. Lionel Messi. A scene football fans have witnessed thousands of times. Yet somehow, it never gets old. Messi stepped up, focused, struck the ball, and watched it fly into the net. 3-1. A brilliant goal. A goal that put the match to bed, and one that made history at the same time. Because it wasn't just another goal, it made Messi the first player in FIFA World Cup history to score in 7 consecutive matches. A historic achievement. Just think about it. This tournament has seen legends like Pelé, Diego Maradona, Zinedine Zidane, Ronaldo Nazario, Miroslav Klose, and countless other icons. Yet after all these years, it was Messi who achieved something no one else had ever done. That alone says everything about the player we're watching. Even more impressive, he needed only around 20 minutes after coming off the bench to leave his mark on the game. That tells you everything about his influence. In the closing minutes, the match settled down. Jordan had spent enormous amounts of energy. Argentina was satisfied with the scoreline. Then came the final whistle. Argentina 3, Jordan 1. But this wasn't just another victory. It was the story of a team that finished the group stage with a perfect record. A team that played with confidence, with authority, with the mentality of champions. A team sending a clear message to every remaining contender. The message was simple. We're here to win the trophy. As for Jordan, they left the match with their heads held high. Despite the obvious difference in quality, they managed to score. They became the first team to find the net against one of the tournament's strongest sides, and they produced several respectable spells against the reigning world champions. In many ways, the most beautiful part of the match was how it brought together 2 generations of defining moments. Lo Celso and Lautaro showcased the strength and depth of Argentina's squad, while Messi once again proved that he still has the magic to change any game. But despite the celebrations, there was a clear sense of focus inside the Argentine camp, because the real challenge had not yet begun. Yes, they had secured top spot. Yes, they had finished the group stage with maximum points. But the knockout rounds are an entirely different story. Next up, Argentina will face Cape Verde, the surprise package of the tournament, a team that has stunned everyone by reaching the round of 32, which means Argentina cannot afford to take them lightly, because the FIFA World Cup doesn't reward big names alone, and it doesn't care about history alone. On the other hand, Cape Verde has already proven that it can surprise anyone. That's why the upcoming clash promises to be a fascinating one. In the end, it was a night that showed Argentina has more than one way to win. They can dominate through possession, they can rely on individual brilliance, and they can still win comfortably even when the greatest player in their history spends the first hour on the bench. Perhaps that was the strongest message sent to the rest of the tournament, because when your opponents see that you can win without Messi, and then Messi comes on and finishes the job, they know the road ahead won't be easy. In the end, people will remember that Argentina defeated Jordan 3-1, but those who watched the match know the story was much bigger than the final score. It was the story of complete control, reflected in 70% possession, the story of 779 completed passes, the story of a team that imposed its identity from the opening whistle to the final one, the story of Jordan, who refused to surrender, the story of Moussa Altamari, who scored the first goal against Argentina in the tournament, and of course, the story of Messi. Because whenever Messi is on the pitch, there's usually another chapter of football history waiting to be written. And on this night, history was written once again. Argentina confirmed that they are one of the strongest contenders to lift the FIFA World Cup, and their dream of winning another world title is more alive than ever.